You ever wonder why God is so angry or lets such evil things happen in the Old Testament, and why he's so different in contrast to Jesus and the New Testament? Well, think about it from a very systematic way. The Jewish religion is very systematic, legalistic. So you have God, you have sin enter the world. God wants to reconcile us to him. So in order to do that, he has to account for the sin in some way, or else there's no justice. So this sacrificial system came into effect. So there's two types of atonement. There's expiatory, propitiatory. Expiatory is, it's a life for a life, this tangible thing. So if you stole someone's wallet, expiatory atonement is giving the wallet back. Propitiatory is repairing the relationship. So if you stole that wallet, you're going to give them a hug and talk to them about it and stuff like that. So two types. So with the animal system, they would take this blemish-free lamb. The priest would lay his hands on top of the lamb's head, signifying, taking all the sins and transgressions of Israel, putting it onto the lamb's head. They would slaughter the animal. Blood was known as the life force. So this blood was taken, this life was taken, that expiatory atonement. Then propitiatory, they would take the blood and they would sprinkle it on the temple, on the altar, and they would cleanse the terrain. They would even burn the meat because the aroma would be pleasing to the Lord. That's all propitiatory. Now, agree with it or not, it's just, I'm telling you that was how methodical and systematic it was. So, you even take something like Passover, and Passover, the holiday is when the God came to take Egypt's firstborn. The Jewish people, they killed a lamb, expiatory, they put the lamb's blood on front of their door, propitiatory, shielding us from God's wrath, that blood. So
then they should take the blood from the lamb and put it on the sides and tops of the door frames of their houses.
And propitiatory, expiatory, both of them.
So
how does this relate to Jesus and the cross? Well, the thing is that with Jesus, his death, the expiatory atonement, that was his death, the life taken, his blood sprinkled upon us. We are cleansed by the sprinkling of his blood. That's the propitiatory. So you have these two things, but why is Jesus the ultimate and final sacrifice? It's because he's God. He's the Son of God that came here to consciously give his life, not like a lamb could, but he consciously gave his life, which Jesus referred to as the most full, complete, truest, full form of love, agape. So Jesus was able to accomplish agape, the fullest form of love in that act. Also, everything was accomplished, tetelestai. It is finished. It is done on this cross right now, right here, with this final sacrifice. If you think back to when God talked to Abraham and said, I want you to take your son Isaac up to this mountain and kill him for me, sacrifice him. Abraham did it. Isaac carried his own wood up the mountain. And right before the axe came down, God stopped Abraham and said, Abraham, stop. Your faith is enough. I will provide. And then 2,000 years later, on that same mountain, the axe fell. God did provide. And Jesus died and reconciled us to God. That was everything fully accomplished. The tetelestai, all of it, the full embodiment of love, the fullest form of this, both types of atonement, all accomplished on the cross, all in one act of love, to reconcile us to him. It wasn't an angry God. It was a systematic, methodical series of events that had to take place.
And Jesus, who cried out again in a loud voice,
so beautifully
he gave up his spirit.
That it has to be divine. It's perfect.